The campus buzzes with excitement this graduation morning, students in gowns bustling about, laughing under the spring sun. Savannah Elrose, 23, blonde with a neat ponytail, walks humbly, avoiding glances. Her worn flat shoes, a gift from her mother 5 years ago, are frayed and torn. They embody her journey. Nights serving at the diner, instant noodles, scholarships, determination. Today, she is to deliver the graduation speech, an honor that has haunted her. The invitation, clutched tightly in her hand, is precious. As she crosses the aisle, her heart beats with hope. Then, disaster strikes. She bumps into a man while stepping off the curb. Her heel twists, she falls, the invitation flies, and her right shoe tears. "Not today," she whispers, panicked. Before her stands Cashin Blackwood, 32, a Millionaire CEO, stepping out of a black car, adjusting his cufflinks. He looks at her, trembling in her gown. His eyes fall on her polished brown leather shoes. In a breath, she asks, "May I borrow your shoes for my graduation?" Cashin, taken aback, blinks. In his world of private jets, no one has dared. He remembers his own graduation in holy shoes. Without a word, he removes his shoes and hands them to her, barefoot on the pavement. "They might be big, but they'll do. Your speech seems important." Savannah, incredulous, takes the shoes, murmurs thank you, and promises to return them. She strides forward, awkwardly stepping in the oversized shoes, her dream intact. Savannah steps onto the stage, the shoes clapping, her gown brushing the floor. The lights dazzle her, cruel whispers. Whose shoes are those? Pierce her. Her heart races, her hands tremble over her speech. But deep down, Cashin, barefoot, gazes at her, calm eyes anchoring hers. On stage, Savannah trembles, Cashin's oversized shoes threatening her balance, her speech crumpled in her hands. The whispers, "Is she wearing her father's shoes?" slice through her heart. The stifled laughter amplifies her shame, her pulse racing, her eyes searching for refuge, but finding only mockery. Her throat tightens, the words jumble. Then, at the back, she locks eyes with Cashin, still, without judgment. That gaze, gentle yet firm, reminds her of her worth. Her breath slows, her fingers release the paper. She sets it down, leans in. "My name is Savannah Elrose," she says, voice fragile yet clear. "I am not here with a perfect image, but with a story more precious. I grew up with little. I served fries at night, walked without a pass, taught lessons to pay my rent. I doubted I would make it here." The room freezes, whispers extinguished. There were nights I dreamed of this gown, mornings I wanted to give up, because hunger speaks louder than hope. Her voice strengthens. "I apologize if these shoes don't fit," she says, a nervous laugh. "But I am proud of every step, for they prove I did not give up." The applause rises, powerful. A mother clasps her hands, moved. Savannah, in those oversized shoes, stands tall, chin up. She does not read her prepared speech, but speaks from her heart, each word resonating, touching souls. Cashin smiles, proud. This moment, simple yet powerful, transforms her fragility into strength. She is no longer the girl in broken shoes, but a woman asserting her resilience in the eyes of one who believed in her. The whispers fade, replaced by a respectful silence. This speech, born from an accident and an act of kindness, becomes a bridge between her past and a future where she can stand proud. Savannah understands she is not here to impress, but to share a truth that transcends appearances. This silent connection with Cashin, a gaze that anchors her, gives her the courage to speak without fear, to show that her story is worth more than judgments. After the ceremony, graduates embrace, flashes illuminate the courtyard. Savannah, near the campus, holds a shoebox, her gown draped over her arm, her old shoes patched with pins. She searches for the man who saved her day. She spots him, Cashin Blackwood, leaning against a lamppost, jacket over his shoulder, barefoot. His gaze, relaxed yet attentive, seems to await her. "I brought them back," she says, extending the box. He takes it without looking. "Did they do the job?" he asks. "They carried me," she replies, a shy smile on her face. A natural silence settles in. Cashin, playful, asks, "Are you hungry?" Surprised, she blinks. "A little," he suggests, chuckling. "Not a fancy restaurant, a food truck over there. The best sandwiches." Savannah laughs, and soon, they are perched on a low wall near the gate, sandwiches in hand, sodas between them. No luxury, just streetlights and the sounds of students. Cashin bites into his sandwich, looking at her. "You didn't ask who I was." She shrugs. "If you wanted to, you would have said it." He confides, "I grew up nearby in a small apartment. My mom worked nights, died when I was 17. I worked construction, studied at night. Everything I have, I built it myself." Savannah listens, her gaze softened. "My mom worked at the laundromat. I'd fall asleep on the tables waiting for her. I'm here because I had only one option, to try." Their eyes meet, as if they're no longer strangers. "In 1,000 meetings, I've never felt seen until today," Cashin says. Savannah smiles. "I didn't see a CEO. I saw a man who gave me his shoes." He laughs softly. "That's the version of me I prefer." The return to campus is peaceful under the streetlights. Savannah and Cashin walk side by side, her robe draped over her shoulders, his hands in his pockets. They stop near the bike rack, where Savannah's second-hand bike, adorned with a ribbon, awaits. "Back to reality," she says, smiling. Cashin points to a flickering neon shop. "Wait," he calls out before dashing off. Intrigued, Savannah focuses on her patched-up shoes. 5 minutes later, Cashin returns with a shoebox and a folded note. He hands her both, a smirk on his face. "Open it." She lifts the lid. Simple, sturdy white sneakers. A note rests on the paper. "No need for heels to be tall. You already are. Congratulations." Savannah's eyes mist over. "Cashin, I can't accept this." He brushes off her objection. "You didn't ask for anything. This isn't a gift, it's a start." She blinks, holding back tears, touched by this natural kindness, a gesture that etches an eternal memory. "I've never had new shoes," she whispers. He smiles. "Now you do. Try not to trip." She laughs through her tears, a liberating laugh. She closes the box, holding it close. They stand there, two souls from opposite worlds, but the gap has narrowed. Cashin steps back, hands in pockets. "Savannah, the world doesn't see enough people like you." Her breath catches, she smiles, confident. Then it's time it does. A few days later, the box sits proudly on her nightstand. Before her shift at the diner, she gazes at the sneakers. Each evening, she rereads the note. She hasn't seen Cashin again, wondering if that day was a dream. Then her phone rings, an unknown number. Miss Elrose Morgan Hughes, Mr. Blackwood's assistant. "He wishes to meet you." Her heart leaps. About what? A pause, an audible smile, an opportunity. Savannah hangs up, staring at the sneakers, feeling her life shift. It's not just a pair of shoes, it's a door opened by a gesture that changed everything. That moment, a sidewalk, a barefoot man, a glance, has redefined her path. Under the neon lights, she smiles, ready to walk into the unknown, buoyed by simple kindness and a silent promise of a future where she can be seen for who she is, beyond appearances. In the glass hall of Blackwood Industries, Savannah, in a second-hand blazer and white sneakers, clutches her modest resume, tutoring, volunteering, odd jobs. Her breath is short, but she moves forward. The elevator takes her to the top floor. Cashin waits for her, standing with his hands in his pockets, as if he had been hoping for her. "Savannah, thank you for coming," he says warmly. She smiles, nervous. "Thank you for whatever this is." He invites her into a room, a file on the table. "I run a community division focused on education. Scholarships, grants, support. That's what matters to me." She nods. "I'd like you to work with us. We need people who understand the struggle, who know how to fight for a degree." She blinks. "I don't have a business background." He gently interrupts her. "No need for a perfect resume. You need a story. You have one." She stares at the file, then at him. "Why me?" He pauses, his gaze steady. "Because you remind me that this power only makes sense for the real." The silence is heavy. "I'll do my best," she murmurs. "I know," he replies. Savannah adapts with ease. The office is no longer intimidating. Cashin passes by every morning with a coffee, throwing a "good morning, graduate" that makes her smile. They sometimes have lunch, discussing ideas, laughing over files. Glances linger, hands brush, late nights bring their silhouettes closer. Nothing is named, but a fragility settles in, as if one misstep could shatter everything. Savannah feels hope, Cashin, a forgotten hope of being seen beyond his title. But whispers begin in the elevators. She must be special for the CEO to offer her shoes. Savannah ignores it, but the words sting. The atmosphere shifts, her colleagues distance themselves. A leaked email reaches the executives. Concerns about inappropriate favoritism. Morgan, Cashin's assistant, explains the stakes to Savannah, without pressure, but enough for her to understand what staying means for him, for the division. She spends the night staring at her offer letter, wondering how a pure moment became heavy. She doesn't want Cashin to pay for her presence. Whispers twist a gesture of kindness. She must be special for the CEO to offer her shoes, say the colleagues. Savannah feels the air shift, the gazes divert. A leaked email reaches the executives. Concerns about inappropriate favoritism. Cashin is summoned by the board. He returns, jaw clenched, gaze darkened. A partner threatens to withdraw funding if changes are not made, a clear separation between feelings and professional actions. The pain comes from how quickly a pure act is tarnished. Morgan, Cashin's assistant, explains the stakes to Savannah, without blame, but enough for her to understand what staying entails. Savannah spends the night staring at her offer letter, wondering how a genuine moment became burdensome. In the morning, she decides. No email, no goodbyes, just a note on her empty desk. "Thank you for seeing me. I hope you won't regret it." Cashin finds the note, reads it, folds it, slips it into his pocket, and leaves without a word. He finds her on the wall near the bike rack. She stares at the ground, guilty. "I didn't want to cause any trouble," she whispers. "I thought that by leaving, everything would calm down. You wouldn't have to choose between your integrity and me." Cashin listens, patient. "Do you think I gave you this position for shoes?" She shakes her head, but her eyes betray doubt. "I chose you because, in a world of perfect resumes, you were the first to mean every word." He takes her hand gently, an unprecedented gesture. "Don't leave. Not because I ask you to, but because you belong where you can make a difference." She looks at him fully and does not shy away. This moment under the streetlights is a turning point. Savannah decides to stay, not for Cashin, but for the students she helps, for the girl she once was. Savannah remains, buoyed by Cashin's faith and conviction. She resumes her role at the Blackwood Foundation, launching scholarships for underprivileged students. Each grant reinforces her purpose, but rumors persist. Colleagues remain cautious. Cashin adopts a professional distance, limiting their interactions to meetings, yet his encouragements, a good job in the hallway, support her. Their contained chemistry remains palpable, a fragile thread. Savannah gains confidence, speaking to investors. I studied on laundry tables. These scholarships are for those who struggle. Her sincerity disarms. Funds flow in. A tabloid insinuates an inappropriate relationship, without evidence, reigniting tensions. The board demands clarifications. Cashin defends Savannah. She is here on her merit. Look at the numbers. An internal investigation into conflicts of interest looms. Savannah, informed, considers leaving. One night, alone with Cashin, she asks, "What if I'm not strong enough?" He shakes his head. "You always have been." They talk about dreams, struggles. Savannah writes an open letter. "I am here because I have fought. The gossip will not steal our mission." The letter earns respect, but not everywhere. Cashin confides, "You are stronger than I was at your age." She laughs, but the weight remains. At a gala, Savannah shines, connecting donors and students. Cashin, withdrawn, watches, proud yet distant. Later, on a balcony, they discuss. "What we are building is worth more than their stories," he says. She nods, resolute. An article praises her work, omitting Cashin of victory. They're packed to move forward, proving their story transcends suspicion. Savannah inspires youth. Cashin limits their interactions, but his encouragements uplift her. The investigation fades. Partners commend her leadership. Public pressure persists. Some criticize the foundation as a facade. Savannah and Cashin know their mission is true, rooted in their struggles. One evening, under the city lights, they share a coffee. "Are we making a mistake?" she asks. "It's not a mistake to be seen by someone who understands," he replies. Their eyes speak. A year later, Savannah stands on a stage, head of the Blackwood Foundation, funding national scholarships for underprivileged students. In a black blazer, she wears her white sneakers, a symbol of her journey. In front of students, she speaks, "I thought success was about heels. A year ago, I was in shoes too big for me, terrified. Someone gave me their shoes, so I could live my moment." The crowd laughs, moved. The room stills. Cashin, at the back, in a blue suit, watches her proudly. "Succeeding is moving forward despite everything," she says. Applause resonates. She stops in front of him. He stands, holding a box. He opens it, a simple silver ring. "Not a yes tonight," he says, a smirk on his face. "Are you ready to walk with me?" Savannah, eyes shining, nods, sliding the ring onto her finger. "Yes," she whispers, for a commitment to build together. They walk away in the rain, hand in hand, the campus sparkling. Rumors fade, replaced by respect for her work. The board has closed the investigation. Partners applaud her leadership. But challenges remain. Some criticize the foundation as a facade. They know their true mission, rooted in their struggles. At the wall, Cashin pulls out the ring again. "Still not a yes," he smiles. She laughs, the door. Their story is not a fairy tale, but an ode to simple gestures, a written note, a chance given. Savannah is no longer the girl in broken shoes. Cashin is no longer the untouchable CEO. They have truly seen each other. The rain reflects the lights, their path uncertain yet shared. They did not save each other. They found each other. Their unofficial bond remains under scrutiny. Savannah, leading major projects at the Blackwood Foundation, must prove her successes are independent. She launches mentoring programs and secures record grants. At a conference, she impresses. 500 scholars mean 500 dreams saved. Applause rains down, but whispers linger. The CEO's protege. Cashin defends her merit at the board. Look at the numbers, not the gossip. An internal investigation into conflicts of interest looms. Savannah, informed, considers leaving. One night, alone with Cashin, she asks, "What if I'm not strong enough?" He shakes his head. "You always have been." They talk about dreams and struggles. Savannah writes an open letter. "I am here because I fought. Gossip will not steal our mission." The letter earns respect, but not everywhere. Cashin confides, "You are stronger than I was at your age." She laughs, but the weight remains. At a gala, Savannah shines, connecting donors and students. A year later, Savannah stands on a stage, at the helm of the Blackwood Foundation, funding scholarships for underprivileged students. Dressed in a black blazer and white sneakers, she addresses the students. "I thought success was about heels. 2 years ago, I was in shoes too big for me, terrified. Someone gave me a chance." The crowd laughs, moved. The room falls silent. Cashin, at the back in a blue suit, watches her proudly. "Succeeding is moving forward despite everything," she says. Applause echoes. She stops in front of him. He stands up, holding a simple silver ring. "Not a yes tonight," he says, a smirk on his face. "Are you ready to walk with me?" Savannah, eyes shining, slides the ring onto her finger. "Yes," she whispers, committing to build together. They walk away in the rain, hand in hand, the campus sparkling. Rumors fade, replaced by respect for her work. Partners acknowledge her leadership. Challenges remain. Some criticize the foundation as a mere showcase. They know their true mission, rooted in their struggles. At the wall, Cashin pulls out the ring again. "Still not a yes," he smiles. She laughs, opening the door. Their story is not a fairy tale, but an ode to simple gestures, a chance given, a truth shared. Savannah is no longer the girl in broken shoes, and Cashin is no longer the untouchable CEO. They have truly seen each other. The rain reflects the lights, their path uncertain yet shared. They did not save each other. They found each other. This moment under the streetlights is a bridge between their worlds, built on simple kindness.